Alex, this is my favorite era in the NFL. I remember interviewing you at a table at your very first Super Bowl action in New Orleans. It's great to see you. 3-time Pro Bowler, 14 seasons with the NFL. You were crushing it on ESPN. Niners, Chiefs, Washington, so much to talk about. But I mean, how does it feel watching that against, Sean Payton and those Saints 14 years ago?
I mean, obviously, it's great to watch that, right? Watch your old highlights, watch the good stuff. I mean, that's a game I'll never forget. I mean, it was an insane fourth quarter. I don't know how many lead changes back and forth at Candlestick, right, which had so much history, and to be able to be like a small piece of it, it was cool. And obviously to have been the #1 pick, right, when we were so bad for so long, myself included, and then this was obviously to kind of come back and get a home playoff win. It was cool for the fan base, kind of for the entire organization. That moment represented a lot.
Those were the days. I hate that that's what it is. And then you guys will start leaving. And luckily I get to see you. And then Phillip Rivers came back, and I was like so excited. And now Aaron. I just can't. Aaron's like the last one. And I was really watching, and it was not okay. Like, I don't feel like it's done. It doesn't feel right. I'd like to know why you're smiling. But I mean, you're tied to him forever.
Yeah, no,
Same draft class, Alex.
Yeah, no, there were similar feelings last night. I've known Aaron. I mean, my first college football start was against Aaron. I've known him more than half my life. And you're right, there is a bit of an era of these quarterbacks, and he's kind of the last one standing. He's been playing so long. It was cool. I mean, I think just to appreciate not just the player, the person. I'm saying to watch, right? Like, obviously it's a bummer to see the way it ends, and you don't ever want to see it end like that. But I just think taking in everything that's Aaron, right? Like, I love even just the body language, right? Like, this guy's so unique on the field, whether he's like, cussing himself out there or some teammates, and just kind of, again, a bit of a throwback in everything that he does. So just, I think, appreciate it. Who knows if that was his last game or not, but if it was, I think just kind of trying to take it in and appreciate, obviously, one of the greatest careers of all time.
What do you think he does? What's your read? The on the field, the off the field demonstratives there. What's your read on the future?
Oh, man. I mean, if he kept going, I would be, I guess, who knows, but I'd be shocked. It's hard. It's hard to keep playing there, especially there at the end. You see it just like against these defenses that are smothering. And for a guy that obviously I had a lower leg injury at the end of my career, Aaron, obviously going through it and coming back. But when you lose that mobility in that part of the game, obviously when Phillip tried to come back this year, it's tough, right? It's tough. It's tough just to sit back there in the pocket and not be able to escape and protect yourself.
But Alex, what if like Minnesota on line one, come throw to Justin Jefferson, who's in every other commercial while you're watching the playoffs? That's pretty sexy. I hope he'd take that call.
I'm sure he would take it. Listen, and I'm sure there's a huge part of him that would want to go do it, and he still can do it, right? Like in these spurts, the question is, do you want to go do it for a whole nother year, right? And like in putting these entire seasons together, it's tough, right? It takes its toll. And again, to be thinking about how old Aaron's going to be and everything that he's been through, especially on his body the last few years. It's a huge commitment. Right, it's not something that you just like dip your toe in, right? Like it just demands a level of sacrifice from your life, right? Like you have to be all in. So we'll see if Aaron is up for one more or not.
I love watching you on television, and I like that you always get things kind of right. Like the Niners.
Stop.
Alex, the Niners, for instance, you were like the lone wolf there, saying, no, I like Purdy. And he's in my top 5 quarterbacks, if you want to say homer or whatever. What do you see about him that others don't? What is like maybe the one thing that makes you view him higher than others?
I think the hardest thing to do in the NFL is drop back and throw the football, right? Like statistically, even if you just look at it from a quarterback perspective, the drop back game is the hardest thing to do. And I think it's maybe one of the best strengths of Brock Purdy, right? When you watch the Niners, they still have some run game, but predominantly they are a drop back football team. And it's really a credit, I think, to Kyle and Brock, right, that they've been able to do this. And again, I think the other thing that jumps out with Brock is he's an above average athlete, right? Like, I think even in the world of quarterbacks, NFL quarterbacks, he doesn't get enough credit. There's like the one stat I always love is like his 10-yard 40 split was better than Christian McCaffrey's, right? Like, this guy can really run around and make some plays with his legs. you know, and those two things, you kind of combine them, and obviously being a really smart player as well and competitive, I think they're going to be there a long time. And I even think the game last week against the Eagles, this is another, I think, superpower of Brock's.
Okay. He's
so mature, and I was not like this as a player, especially as a young player, right? Like, to make a couple mistakes early, you know, these interceptions, like, it just doesn't phase Brock. Like, he doesn't carry it with him to the next play. Like, you see the drive in the fourth quarter for the game on the line.
No, he has like 4 game-winning drives. He's tied with Stafford and Russell Wilson. Look at this.
It's like, it's flawless. And so he has this innate ability. Again, when you're with him, and I'm lucky enough to know him pretty well. Obviously, I live here in the Bay Area, get to go down there a bunch to practice. Like, you forget how young he is when you're around him. He's so mature. He has such a good head on his shoulders. And again, he has like great perspective, right? And even this, a couple plays don't go your way, it doesn't affect him like most other players, right? Naturally does. He doesn't take it with him to the next play.
They don't have Kittle. I'm heartbroken for them. One of the biggest heartbreaks of the weekend. I think that Shanahan's just the best coach. Just like
I mean,
how
the job
we were
he's
able
done.
to do that. And he's not going to be coach of the year. That's fine. But he is the best coach. Like, make no mistake. I made all these points about this yesterday. Is it just Christian McCaffrey stepping up? Like, what is he going to do this weekend?
No, it will be a mixture. I mean, Christian's carried the load the entire year, but like you know, you're not going to replace a player like George Kittle. I mean, he's one of the best, maybe the best all-around tight end in football. But they have gone spurts this year without him, right? Their backup tight end Tonjes is a good player. He'll step in. I don't know what the update is on Ricky Pearsall, if he has a chance to go this week. But you saw it. They have like these unique player. I mean, Demarcus Robinson, D-Rob, a guy who I played with in Kansas City when he first got into the league, right? Like Kendrick Bourne, all of a sudden these guys step in. Jawan Jennings is just a baller. You know, they do have these role players that can come in and make plays, but certainly Christian will have to be a big part of it in the run game and pass game. I mean, he's been all year. So, and then a little Kyle Shanahan magic as well. This guy's like, you said it. I completely agree. You know, coach of the year so often goes to just first-year head coaches, which is fine. But Kyle, I think, is hands down one of the best coaches in all of football, and certainly I think this year's proof of that. We'll
see your picks, of course, on ESPN this weekend, so I want to ask you now. I know you're deliberating. You'll handle it objectively and correctly, likely, as always. The other big heartbreak, maybe George, horrible, future Hall of Famer heartbreak for me. But watching Bryce Young lose that game was really tough because I love him. I love everything he stands for. And you, I believe, were very supportive of Bryce.
Yes.
Moments ago, we just found out his 5th-year option just got picked up, which is news, and I love to see. You loved him. I remember when he got benched. I guess just your reaction to that news of his option getting picked up.
Happy for Bryce. So happy. I'm lucky enough to know Bryce as well, going back to his college days. And this guy's, he's an incredible person.
He's the man.
First off. But, I mean, as a player, I mean, he's so unorthodox, right? And he gets knocked for his size all the time, right? He's little. It just can't work. It's the NFL. And you just think back to, like, Bryce's entire career. He was little in high school when he was the #1 player in the country, right? And he was little at Alabama when he was the #1 player in the country, right? And he just finds a way, and it's different. And he does so many things well. Right, when you think about like his style of play, and a lot of them are right there in the highlights, his ability to run around and extend plays. He plays with such great touch in the pass game. And to think about, again, having been a #1 pick, to think about the dysfunction he got drafted into, right? Like the coaching changes and play calling changes and all this craziness around you as you're just trying to like find your footing and establish yourself, to getting benched last year. I think just to be where he is today, to have the 5th-year option picked up deservingly, obviously for them to have, again, hosted a playoff game, and I thought played really, really well in that, to take the Rams the distance was, I got a lot of respect for not just Bryce, but that entire team. And so happy for them going forward. They got a young, good nucleus on offense, a bunch of young players. That all those wideouts are all young and enormous and talented. I know, like a power forward.
Couple big boy Holy Cross Crusader, Jalen Coker making it happen.
Totally.
It's all the things you said, and like his mental fortitude, like his ability to get benched, pick himself up. Like he's the man. I like that you led with his humanity, because it's the truth. I wanted to make sure that we got your opinion on that. Why do you hate the Broncos?
Listen,
Alex?
I mean, when you play for the Chiefs for 5 years, right? Like it just, these are rivalries, right? Like these old AFC rivalries that are so
Okay.
real and amazing. And if I like to this day, like I lay down at night and I can still hear that crowd yelling incomplete over and over and over again when you go play there on the road, right?
Yeah.
Like, and it just
The whole place is shaking. It doesn't get enough
know.
like talk
And
about how
so-
crazy it is to play there. I agree.
I don't have a lot of love for the Broncos. No.
There's a difference between like I don't have a lot of love and it's the weakest, worst 1 seed. What what are we saying?
Listen, I don't mean that as listen. I love Sean Payton. I love Bo Nix.
Do you?
I do. I like this team a ton. Like, I was with Vance Joseph. There's so many relationships here. I know the ownership group really well. Like, there's so many amazing people there. Okay, they had 12 comeback wins this year. That is the most in NFL history. 12 comeback wins. And so when you just start thinking about the AFC picture in a whole, like it is just so wide open. And it wasn't to say that the Broncos won't host the Lamar Hunt Trophy and won't be at the Super Bowl, but like I just think this year more than others, with the 1 seed isn't this like huge overwhelming favorite, right? Like are any of us going to be crazy surprised like if the Bills go in there and win? Like not necessarily, right? Like if Houston or the Patriots kind of run the table, I just think it's wide open at this point.
How many teams are better than them? You just saw the AFC Championship odds here. How many teams are better? Because what you're saying might be true. They're the weakest 1 seed, but they're not playing the 2007 Patriots out here, Alex. They're playing the rest of the field. What does it say about the rest of the field? How many teams are better than the Broncos?
I mean, did you watch the Texans defense last night?
I did.
I'm not going to be shocked if they go all the way. I just won't. Have we seen Josh Allen just become Superman? I absolutely think he could do it. And maybe the most well-rounded team still left is the Patriots, right? When you think about offense and defense.
So they're the worst team in the AFC?
I'm not saying they're the worst. I'm saying these are coin flips at this point, right? Like these games are so tightly matched. And so for a team to have home field advantage, right? Like obviously it's important, but like, again, I just think if we were to put up odds for all 4 of these teams winning, the AFC, like I think they're all.
There they are.
Okay, there you are. Look at the difference, right? Like again, they're 3rd on the list. All of those odds are pretty tight. I would agree with this. They're
underdogs at home. Is there something you need to see, like you in your quarterback eye? What do you need to see from Bo? Quicker start? Because I could say, do you hate the Bears too?
No.
Fourth quarter?
I think the Bears are the weakest team in the NFC left, right? Like that defense.
See, I
the
think
Rams
that fourth quarter
Rams
translates into the playoffs. No, it's like they can handle the moment. Tell me.
Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay might hang 50 on the Bears this weekend.
Alex,
right?
get a grip.
barring a blizzard, right? Like they're or 40. They're going to put up a lot of points on that defense. But
were you impressed with the Rams? You were impressed with the Rams this past weekend?
Offensively, for sure, they're a juggernaut. Yes.
Matt Stafford did he look like himself? Really?
Yeah, but you got to think about a lot of this is matchups, right? And so I think we saw that Carolina defense give them some problems a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that's just
Carolina
a bad
defense is
matchup for
talented. Maybe the best.
There's
two best
no Mike
corners.
Jackson on this team, I guess.
Right?
I don't know if they can turn the ball
There is
over.
no Mike Jackson. Have you seen the Chicago defense? It is not this Carolina defense. I will tell you that. And I think you're going to see a great mix of run and pass. How many did the Niners put up? Did the Niners put up 48 on the Bears? Again, it's the exact same system. Look out. That game, take the over. It will be high scoring. Again, barring weather.
What is the Hamilton? Can you grab me while we keep going here? I'd love to know the weather, and I'd love to know the over. You said 50. That's what we're going to put. That's the headline. Just you know how this works.
40 or 50.
Alex
they're going to put up a bunch.
They're going to hang 50. Are you a fan of Caleb? Do you like his game?
I love Caleb. Yes. Love Caleb. Love Ben Johnson. Love what they've done this year. He's so unique, and again, I think a lot of the same things we talked about with Bryce, I think fit with Caleb. Talk about huge expectations. He's this generational talent coming out, right? Obviously to Chicago. Again, some dysfunction you get drafted into. The coaching changes, the play calling changes, but I think for them to go out and get Ben Johnson, I think what Ryan Poles has done, who was with me in Kansas City, has been phenomenal. The way they've built this offensive line, they've gotten playmakers around him.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, this guy is so insanely talented. This throw, the 4th and 8, this is silly. There's not many human beings that can make this throw. Maybe a couple.
What's to say he can't do that in the 4th quarter? They keep, I don't know, the Rams defense that scary to you?
No, in fact, that's probably would be the knock on the Rams, right? Like I think you look at weeks 1 through 12, the Rams had the #1 scoring defense in the NFL. And the last 6-7 weeks, they have not. It's been one of the worst defenses in the NFL statistically. And so, for whatever reason,
look at the over/under there on the screen.
They've lost. What are we at?
50.5.
50.5.
Low of 11, 17-degree high, snow expected.
Yep, I still think it'll be high scoring.
Yeah, but don't you think I know where you are, and I'm just like I believe in Santa Claus kind of person, I guess, like. The momentum, does that not mean the magic of a team? Like they keep finding.
It does.
I would love to know like how that works in your calculus because you're a very pragmatic man. But
no,
I'm not. So
I think momentum is a very real thing.
But they keep making turnovers happen.
Right.
Like Stafford's not going to give them chances. Yeah. Come on.
Think about the Commanders last year going on their run, that kind of magical run, all those 4th quarter wins. Like it did pay off. They end up in the NFC Championship game. I think Chicago, San Francisco's got a little bit of the same thing going, that kind of energy. I think that is real. And again, they're at home. That's a big thing. But I just think that the Rams have a lot of firepower, right? And I think they have the MVP of the league playing. I think Stafford's, been playing so well, right? Like to think that he is going to turn the ball over, it just is so rare this year, right? Like he had one of the best seasons ever, right? For less than 10 interceptions.
He's their MVP. It's fun to see. Devontae Adams up against the Bears is really fun too. Like there's a lot of like little LaFleur going up against the Bears to like avenge his brother. Like there's a lot of great storylines. So I'm very excited about that. I'm glad you said
that. There's not a lot of love lost between these coaching staffs.
Oh, I know. It's so fun. Yeah. That's like my favorite part is all the extracurriculars. Okay, you know what Aaron Rodgers could use right now, this morning? Some VERTEX Pharmaceuticals. He needs a pain,
I'm sure he could.
Alex, he needs a pain game plan. What are you partnering with them? What is the goal? And where can we learn more?
Yeah, thank you. Excited to partner with VERTEX on this pain game plan. Listen, obviously my story of my leg injury and the comeback, I think well documented, especially, when you think about like orthopedically, right? Like my medical journey. I think the part of it that never gets talked about, and it certainly wasn't the case when I was going through it, is this idea of pain management, right? Like there's a stigma in this country around these conversations, and deservedly, right? And for me, thinking back, when I left the hospital the first time with these grocery bags full of prescriptions, and one of them's a rescue drug, right? Okay, because I given what I was going home with, you potentially can overdose. And how scary it was. You're scared to even have these conversations with your doctor. And, as public as my injury was, pain is universal. It's a part of life, right? Like people have injuries, people have surgeries, and, advocating for everybody to proactively have these conversations with your doctor. There are more options out there than you think, especially non-opiate options. And so go have these conversations. For anybody dealing with any of this or a loved one dealing with this, go to paingameplan.com. There's a ton of information on there to check out. And again, there doesn't have to be a stigma around this, right? Like pain is real. It is universal. It is a human experience. And again, there just doesn't have to be the stigma around these conversations anymore. And
it's not just for football players or people who, this is something that affects everyone. Everybody has that visual of like too many pills, too many things going on. I'm having, even with my parents right now, how to minimize that, how to sort of put a game plan together. It's back pain, things like that. Truly, that touches home for me in everyone that we all care about. So please go to paingameplan.com to learn more. TV break. Don't go anywhere, though. I need to ask you one question. Don't go anywhere quite yet. We'll be back. This is why you should subscribe to the YouTube. Alex, Matt Nagy, coaching interviews.
There's a world where he's... job. I hope he gets another job.
I don't want to know about him. Love him. respectfully, your name. I'm hearing it. People are texting me. What would it take for you to put on that headset and take that on?
Oh, that my name's getting put out there.
Yes, Alex.
No, that would take a huge, no way.
No?
No, it's so hard. My kids, I got 14, 12, 9.
14, 12, 9? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Like you take that job, like it's like see you in 5 years, you know? That's
so
hard.
0%. Oh, people are going to be so upset.
I love Matt. That's my guy. I love Matt, but no.
Do you think he stays there?
I've been hearing no.
I know. Who else would be great there? We love the Chiefs.
Oh, I wouldn't be shocked if they bring Kafka back.
Really? Kafka and Andy?
Yep.
How come?
You know, like Andy just rarely brings somebody outside of his circle back in, you know?
Should he?
So you should. I don't think it's a bad thing if he did bring out somebody without, but like I think in some ways Kafka fits that so perfectly, right? He just spent, 4 or 5 years with Dayball, that system. I think, but obviously he knows this Chief system so well.
Yeah.
You know, I think he could bring in some outside ideas.
Chiefs fans want that, I think. They want an outside hire.
The hard part is, right, like, I know some people are, like, frustrated with the offense, certainly, and it's like, well, Nagy, but, like, listen, Andy's doing the offense, right? Like, we all know this, so, like, I mean, I think, and Andy knows it, right? So it's, like, a little bit of it's, when you're the offensive coordinator there, you only have so much input.
Hey, you're a dream. I've been trying to get you on the show for like 4 years. So thank you for thank you for VERTEX for finally
stop. Yeah.
for bringing. I'm so appreciative, and you were meant to do this. So thank you.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. You're awesome. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Bye, Alex. Good to see you.
Yeah, see you.